Okay, a lot of people ask us what type of insulation they should be using in their basement to insulate it before the drywall goes in. And the only thing that I've used for the last 17 years has been the fiberglass insulation with the paper face. And we're getting ready to insulate this job right here, right now. See, we got a bunch of pieces ready to go into the wall that need cut. But this is a typical piece of insulation right here. It's got the 3.5 inches of pink insulation in the inside. And like I said, it's, you can read that on there. It's R13 is the insulation value. And we're mostly using Owens Corning insulation. And we buy most of our stuff at Home Depot. We get the bags like this. We don't get the rolls. This stuff's pre-cut. You can see right here. Shows you that it's 93 inches long and 15 inches wide and 3.5 inches thick. And there it shows you it's the R13, and it's the Pink Panther Owens Corning insulation right there. Same stuff that you probably have on the first and second floor of your home, and it works great. And it's put right in between the floor joists. You just grab a piece and stuff it right in the wall. Chris, grab a piece out over there. Throw it up one of them cavities over there. It's already pre-cut. You just grab it, stuff it in between the joists, and slide it up tight to the top. And then what you do at the bottom is you'll cut a little piece at the bottom, just like that, and you'll stuff that in the bottom there to continue it, because these walls are a little bit taller than 93 inches, so we have to make little cuts at the bottom. But we still prefer buying it in the bags because it's a lot easier to work with. So that's what you're using for the insulating purposes of the basement. Now up above here you can see there's a bunch of yellow fiberglass insulation that's already stuffed up in the floor cavities between the basement and the first floor, and that was put in by the builder. Now if your home doesn't have that insulation between the first floor and the basement, don't worry about it. You don't have to put it in because the basement's going to be heated and cooled. And it's really not a matter of keeping the cold basement away from the warm first floor of the home anymore, because this is going to be a heated area down here. But what is nice about the insulation at this point is it makes a nice sound barrier, and it still keeps the heat from rising up through into the first floor, even though we're going to have a drywall ceiling. But once you get the basement heated, like I said, it's really not a big factor anymore to keep the first floor separated with a barrier from the basement, because both areas are going to be heated. But it does make a real nice sound barrier, and that insulation that's up in the ceiling is much thicker because it's filling up the floor cavities. I believe that's about 6 inches thick up there, and it's got a much higher R value as well. So I mean, that's really all there is to talk about as far as the insulation goes in your basement project. We used the 3.5 inch Owens Corning fiberglass insulation with the paper face, with the craft paper face, and we buy the stuff that goes into the 15-inch cavities in between the floor, or in between the wall studs, and we just stuff it full and make sure that we insulate around our windows. Any place that a draft could come through, we like to stuff a lot of insulation around the outside of the window, and that's it. There you have it. That's how you'll be insulating your basement project.